I'm out here in Tampa, sitting on the swing out by the water. I love this view. And it's just a quick video about, I wanted to talk about suffering and the emotional kind of suffering that I was in for a long time, where I had in my chest, I had this feeling of, it was just like a black hole. It was stingy, it was dense, it was heavy. And I carried it for many, many years. It didn't go away for a long time, and I had tried a lot of things about talking to people and therapy. I think in most people's minds, it's like a figurative kind of feeling, but it was a very real feeling, almost like a lump in your throat. They feel like there's not actually a lump there, but like you literally feel there's that lump. And I had this sting in my chest. I carried it for a long time. And it was in working through different meditative practices to get rid of that I discovered what I call MindWorks. And MindWorks basically comes down to a skill. It's like a meditative skill where you learn how to move energy in your body. Move the energy that is in your body and untrap it, release it, unstick it from wherever it's stuck. And you can do this with physical sensations like I did with that with that heavy feeling in my chest. You can do it with feelings that come up after a certain type of thought or belief pattern that you have, because that will bring up an emotion. And it's the only thing that after the first time I felt some of the energy move, I was like, oh, what just happened? That did something. And after doing that consistently, my suffering, that pain, that hole that I was carrying, literally started to dissolve. And it would go away, and it would come back a little bit, it would go away again, it would come back a little bit as I did this work. But I can't remember the last time I felt that feeling, and it's been years since I started. So, of course, it takes a while, but it also is worth the time. Because if you're going to go, I'm 31. At the time, I was, 28? Even before that, 27. And if we're living to, 80 years old, let's say, and you're 27, you're going to go another 50 years of your life carrying something around. What if it takes you 1 year, even 2 or 3 years to get rid of it? If you learn the skill to get rid of it, right? Is it worth putting in those 2 years of work for 50 years of not suffering in that way? And I think the answer is yes. I hope you also believe the answer is yes, because there's too much pain that we chronically carry in our bodies in this world, and we can get rid of it. It's just a matter of knowing the right tools. I think you're going to have to know the right tools. You have to use the right tools for the job. And the mindset and the mind-body connection and working on that level is an area where a lot of people don't really know the right tools. They don't have the best tools. So that's what MindWorks is about. After MindWorks, there's going to be another phase called BodyWorks, which will get into more of the mind-body connection at the physical level of like your muscles and joints and tendons and stuff. Because I was suffering in that world as well. It's a whole lot of suffering. But it starts with the mind. It really starts with the mind. And it starts with the mind because your mind is what drives you and literally moves you forward on a day-to-day, minute-to-minute basis, right? Even if you didn't move your body and just stayed in bed all day, your mind would still be going. And so your mind is really the place everything starts and where the work really begins. And then once you start seeing progress there, you can realize, I can do this anywhere, anytime. I can do this forever, and it's going to continue to improve me. I can work on my mind. I can work on my body, and it's worth it. And that's the main thing that I want people to see, is that it's worth putting in the time, and it's worth learning these skills, because it can and it will change your life if you apply it. It's just like going to the gym. You got to keep going to the gym. With the gym, you see results physically in your body, and they deteriorate quickly once you stop going. Although my body doesn't. I do a different type of working out, and I think it's maintained my strength because of that, and my body physique. But with the mental stuff, you don't see any changes right away. You also, though, as you do this for a long period of time, you don't lose your results as quickly either. So it's really interesting. You definitely can tell once you've fallen off the bandwagon. If I don't do MindWorks for a month, I'm going to start to feel the difference. But it's a bit more subtle, and so it's not as obvious. It's not as overt as go to the gym, work some weights, and your muscles all of a sudden look bigger. It's not like that. So that's why a lot of people stay away from it and don't do it, because it's just not that. You don't get that dopamine of that instant gratification. So if you can delay your gratification, and if you can believe that if you put in the work today and tomorrow and the next day for the next 6 months, that you will find something better at the end of those 6 months. You will feel the difference, and you will. But you first have to have that small leap of faith that it's possible. So anyway, just a quick video here. I didn't mean to ramble too much, but the invention comes from necessity, right? Necessity is the mother of invention. And I was carrying this emotional pain that felt very physical and was suffering in that way for years. And I've tried several things to stop it. And eventually I had to experiment with several different things and try my own approaches. And eventually I found the only thing that worked. And I've put that together in the MindWorks course. So please reach out to me if you have any questions, if you need any tips on your own practice, what to do. And if anything, I hope you give MindWorks a shot, because it changed my life, and I believe it can change yours too. So anyway, that's it for this video. Talk again soon.